Hello, and thank you for joining us for today's webinar. My name is Jennifer Mark, and I'm a Senior Corporate Trainer up in the Chicago market, and I have the pleasure of taking you through a very brief tutorial, and this is going to address our transition out of Blackboard and into Canvas. The first process that we're going to do is briefly take you through how to go ahead and enroll yourself into the Canvas system, and then we'll take you through a brief tutorial about how to maneuver throughout the program to access the files that you're going to be looking for. So just to let you know, your Canvas account has been established directly through your company email address. You're going to need to go ahead and log into your company email account. Upon logging into your company email account, some of you may have already received it, but you will receive an invitation that's asking you to complete or finish your course registration. You're going to go ahead and click on that email. From there, a secondary menu is going to pop up, and it's going to ask you to go ahead and proceed with the registration process. Once you click on that blue link to proceed, a third menu is going to go ahead and pop up. This menu is very obviously self-explanatory. The first item is going to be login. We're going to ask that you leave this exactly the way it was auto-populated. It does need to be connected with your company email account. The next thing that you're going to do is you're going to enter in a password. Nothing specific here. It just needs to be more than 6 characters. Following establishing your password, go ahead and click on the terms of use and the privacy policy. And upon completion of that, you're going to want to go ahead and just click the register button. So on this page, just make sure that you have the password selected, that you've gone ahead and agreed to the terms of use, and then you select register. When you select register, you're actually going to be put into the main Canvas account. And at this point, what you're going to want to do, yours is going to say GoldMax Atlanta. Just go ahead and accept that you agree to the terms of becoming a student. Upon accepting the invitation, you will then be taken to the main menu. That's what we're going to reference. This whole page now will be the main menu or the home page. From here, what I'd like to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take you through an actual live presentation of how you will see Canvas function. So after you complete the registration process, it will take you to this home page automatically on the first day that you actually get into this. But what we'd like to do next is we just want to show you how to log into Canvas on subsequent days. So you'll notice up here where it states that the login address, this is a point where you want to go ahead and grab out a pen and a piece of paper and just write this down. The email address to access Canvas is goldmax.instructure.com. Okay, goldmax.instructure.com. You'll see the similarities. We're just replacing Blackboard with the word instructure, and it's going to take you to our GoldMax login page. From here, you're going to go ahead and use your company email address and the password that you just established. Upon doing that, you will come to your GoldMax homepage. Okay. On this homepage, you're going to see a variety of things. Over here is going to be your main menu, which is going to be home, modules, quizzes, and grades. The two most frequent items that you're going to use are this home page and the module page. If you scroll down just a little bit, we've made this, designed it to be extremely user-friendly for the consultants. And on this main home page, these particular documents have all been selected as modules for quick links, meaning we'll get into this, but we're going to show you how you can click on each one of these and it's going to take you directly to those files associated with it. So know that we're going to reference these as quick links, and this entire page we're going to reference it as a home page. But what I'd like you to do is I'd like to take you into modules and explain to you what a module is so that you can better understand how these are going to serve such an efficient purpose for you. If you click on the module page, what's going to happen is a main menu is going to pop up, and there's going to be a variety of items that are going to populate in here. Okay, I'm just going to show you a few things real quickly so you understand how to maneuver through it. These gray bars here are considered modules. Each one of these modules mirror a lot of the modules that actually existed in Blackboard, so you shouldn't have too much of a variance here. What you can do once you recognize these individual modules, if you click on this down arrow, it's going to show you the module contents. Basically all of the documents that are included in this module called the buy sheets. Okay, by clicking on the down arrow, it actually opens up the contents. If you click on the up arrow, it's going to go ahead and close up those contents. So just give you another for instance, when you click on GoldMax Manuals, drop it down, now you can see all of the individual files located in this manual section. So this this gray is considered the actual module heading, and then located inside of each one of those modules are various documents. What we're going to encourage you guys to do over the course of the next several days is make sure that you get into Canvas, that you get acclimated to it, and you start to use this as your tool for locating files and documents. Blackboard will, we will no longer have access to Blackboard as of next Wednesday. So you really want to make sure you take these next few days to get acclimated. Make sure you click through all of these files and all of the documents, and make sure that you have the ability to access all of the documents you use on a day-to-day basis, and not only access, but download and print if that's something that's necessary of that particular document. So we're going to go ahead and close this up, and you'll see you have a variety of different modules. I'm going to scroll down and just show you a few things in here. You can see within modules there's different icons. These icons all represent just something specific about it. This arrow here, the cloud with the drop down, that's indicating there's an actual attachment associated with this file. This is the same process that we had in Blackboard, so you actually just click on the file. You're going to open up into a subsequent screen. There are times, depending on the file size, that it'll open up directly in the screen. If it does not open directly in the screen, go ahead and click on the blue link. When you click on the blue link, it's going to take the same process that it did in Blackboard. It's going to download it, and it's going to go ahead and put it down here on the left-hand side of your screen. You're going to use the same process, and you would click on this. At this point, it's going to go ahead, and it's going to open up into your main screen. A little slow. Okay. So that is actually downloading a file in Canvas. I'm going to use the arrow back button. That is by far the most user-friendly button in Canvas. So I'm going to arrow back, and I'm going to take you back to the modules and just show you some other file types that can exist in Canvas. So here's a download. This here is an actual direct link, a direct external URL link. So when you click on it, it's going to take you to that particular URL. If, again, for some reason it doesn't open up in this particular screen, you can click on this line up here, and it'll take you to that external link. And I'm going to go back into my modules, and I'm going to show you a few more options. So we have a download, we have an actual link, and then we also have, when you see this wiki page right here, what this indicates is that when you click on it, it's actually going to open up directly to the page in your Canvas account. So that's pretty straightforward. What we just looked at is we looked at the modules. Inside each one of the modules are going to be the files that you customarily just pulled out of Blackboard. Okay. So make sure that, again, you're just going to go through, you're going to want to open up each one of these, make sure you're familiar with what's in there, and make sure that those files work for you. I'm going to go ahead and back to the home page now. I'm going to briefly explain to you what these quick links are. These quick links have been just designed to make your job as quickly and as efficient as possible. So if you take a look at each one of these, there's some documents that are enclosed. When I hover over this, you can see just to the right of my red arrow, it says GoldMax Coin Guide, and it's going to open up directly to that PDF file. Rather than having going into the module, it's going to now click it out down here, and this is how you're going to go ahead and open up and locate the individual file. Obviously, you can manipulate these to be able to read them. Okay. It's just going to take a few steps out of your process by not using the module, not finding the module, and not having to open the document directly there. So you'll see on the Gold Coin Guide, when we hover over it, it's telling you that it's going to actually open the Gold Coin Guide. If we hover over to the Gold Coin Price Sheets, it's going to do that, take you to the price sheets. I'm going to show you a couple of these other files here. If the HR Materials, what's going to happen here is when we click on HR Materials, this is actually going to open up the entire module, okay, and it's going to throw the module at the very top of your screen. So it's going to basically do the scroll work for you and just open up the HR module at the top, therefore getting you to this page just a little bit quicker. To get back to that page, we're going to go ahead back to the home page. So these basically are going to be linked up with individual files. When you click on them, it's going to go ahead and download it, and you can open up the files directly from the home page. The HR materials actually opens you up into the HR module, and then you would need to locate the file within that module. Same thing with buy sheets. This is going to actually just open up directly to the buy sheet module, and then you would need to go ahead and find the corresponding item. This last one, this Cash Pro document, has actually been hooked up just to give you a quick glance at the Cash Pro instructions, should you forget how to use the process. Do know that Canvas is an extremely dynamic program, so as some of these become obsolete, or there's changes, or there's modifications, you may see changes to what's included on this main home page. And to address that, what we've included here is we've included a link that allows you to click on this that provides suggestions, emails, or recommendations. So if there's something that's missing on this main screen that you think would be really beneficial as a consultant, go ahead and fill that out. It's going to ask for your name, your store, your phone number, and any feedback that you have. And it's being monitored every couple days, and we're making modifications based on what the consultants really need out in the field. So we encourage all of that. Same scenario, if you're having any issues with opening files or downloading or printing, we want you to go ahead and indicate that utilizing that click here link. So we talked about two ways to locate files. You can locate them in here by using the quick links. You can locate them in your modules by clicking on the modules and then just getting familiar with where they actually show up, where those files actually show up in what module. And the third way that you can actually locate files is you can use the Control F feature, a very common feature. So you just put Control F up here on the top right hand side. You have a pop-up menu. And up here, you're going to go ahead and just type in whatever it is that you're looking for. Okay? And here it's telling us, say I'm looking for gift cards, but I'm not real sure where it is that information is enclosed in the modules. I would type in gift, and it's telling me that in one of one, that gift has been used in the title of the document. And now I can scroll down here and see here's the gift card guide. Now keep in mind, this is only if it's enclosed in the title of the document, not within the content of the document. So you're still going to need to know what you're looking for and try to be as specific as possible. When you use the Control F feature, you're going to want to go ahead and have some of these modules open, the modules that you think that they would be affiliated with. If there are certain modules that you use on a regular basis, you can leave these particular modules open, and every time you come to the module page, it will open up directly to this. If you go ahead and close up these modules, every time you open up the module page, all of the content will be hidden. So just decide what works best for you. So that's the third way to actually locate files within Canvas. Again, it's extremely intuitive. Pretty confident you could all manage through this even without any type of tutorial. I'm going to show you this just in the event that you guys do have quizzes. Very simple to find. You would click on the quiz box, and if there was quizzes actually signed in here, it would state that perhaps it's a Canvas quiz. And in the Canvas quiz, there would be a blue link that you would click on it, and it would proceed to take you through to the actual quizzes. I'm going to show you one other feature that's extremely helpful. Let's just say that you want to have Canvas open and you want to be able to look at a couple screens. Maybe you want to be able to look at the home screen and also be able to look at this main screen. If you hold down the control button and click on another, whether it be an item or another option within Canvas, you can see here I now have two file folders open. Okay, if I click on this, it's going to show me the home page. And if I click on this, it's going to take me back to modules. Again, it's nice if you utilize it for the different features that Canvas can do for you. Lastly, I'm going to show you the help function. The help function is over here. Canvas is what's called a learning management system, and it's actually designed for major universities where typically they are handling thousands upon thousands of students. So the Canvas help desk is actually extremely extensive. You can go ahead and ask your instructor. You can report a problem or request a feature. These three items we would actually ask you to address on the home page, okay? Because what it's going to allow us to do is just make sure that we can regularly check it. The Canvas one, we don't get the updates as quickly, But it's going to be best to utilize the option down here where it's asking to click here for comments, suggestions, or issues. Okay. But the nice thing about the help desk is you can click the service, search the Canvas guides. In here, again, it's extremely extensive. We don't use Canvas probably 1/8 of what it can actually do for us, and that's simply because we're using it mainly as a document storage. Universities and majors companies use it for very different reasons than we will. But the great news is it's super easy to use, it's very efficient, and we're going to have the opportunity to go ahead and tweak it to make it as user-friendly as possible. So you'll see over here there's just a real quick options to choose. You can actually choose on the student quick start guide, and it's going to download over to the left-hand side, and when you open it you'll see there's an extensive information about how to use it as an actual student. So if you want to know any more about Canvas, it's a phenomenal company that provides unbelievable service, and it's just been a pleasure actually transitioning into this. So that would be just using your help over here and selecting Search the Canvas Guides. And we're going to go ahead back to the home page. And that really is the basics of how Canvas is going to work for you. So make sure that you guys go ahead and you play with the system. Like we say, next Wednesday we will no longer have access to Blackboard. What this transition period is going to allow you to do is get familiar with it, and for some reason if you cannot locate a file or a document or it's not working for you, you will still have the backup of Blackboard to use so that you don't get you don't delay any type of customer service. But we're going to need the feedback should you have any of those challenges. So with that, that concludes our training session. Thanks and have a great day.